Welcome, Duelist Potato here, not a doctor. And I was going to sleep, but apparently there's a ban list. Of course, Konami. You give us the ban list when we needed it the most. On a Sunday night. Alright. So without further ado, today we're going to talk about the ban list reaction and see what new surprises it takes us. So let's go. Alright, so we're here. Hopefully we can do this fast so we can fall asleep. Let me just check here really quick. Alright, so the Forbidden Limited List implementation will be on March 9th. Okay, so we have to still wait a little bit more. And there's also an expected skill rebalancing. So let's check first the ban list and then we'll check out the skills. So let's go. Okay, so Limited 1 Infernity Launcher. Finally. So Infernity won't be much of an issue. There's still the skill. I don't know if they nerfed the skill. But Infernity Launcher, it was a pain. Turn 1, if they had everything, they just do not let you play the game. I mean, it's fair. In a sense that right now there's cards that can actually make them not play the game. But yeah, I think with 2 Infernity Launchers, they could be instead of 4. That's super weird. High consistency of Infernity decks, as well as their power to summon many monsters in one turn. Just give us Nibiru, Konami. Alright, Moray of Greed is the second card. Shuffle 2 water monsters from your hand into the deck, then draw 3 cards. I mean, it's okay. The consistency, this card will be limited to reduce the high consistency of territory with the Sharks decks, as well as their power to summon many monsters in one turn. So, Konami's take on this is that, okay, you summon too many monsters. So we're gonna try to not... But Water Exceeds is not going anywhere, or Water Atlantean, whatever you want to call it. I think it's pretty cool. Alright, so those are the limited to ones. Sadly, I said that memory will be limited to 1, or the Gouki cards. There's no limited to 1 Gouki cards. Alright, let's go to limited 2, maybe this one. Limited 2, Salamangreat Links. Okay. So, goodbye. Goodbye, salad code talkers, I guess. We really need... Salamangreat code talkers were really an exception to do something different from Mekk Knight code talker. And basically, you either play with 1 Lady Debug and 1 Links, and you have to like kind of check it out. But I think Lady Debug is better, so probably Salamangreat will go back to just being 1 deck. But yeah, limited to 2 Links. Void Banishment. They hit Infernoid. Did they hit Void Feast as well? This card will be limited, and this card's effect gives the player a big step toward victory. Wow, Konami, who could have thought? All right, so limited to 2. That's it. Is Void Feast a thing now? Would it be limited to 3 in this case? Limited to 3. Gouki Suprex, let's go! I knew that they were gonna hit the old cards because the new cards just came out. Gouki literally does not have to have. The question is, are they going to limit to 3 the headbat as well? Because headbat is also a thing. Also IDP. They won't be able to use compulse, all that stuff. All right. Give me something more. What else do you limit to 3? They limited the rematch to 3. This card will be limited to reduce the high consistency of Gouki decks as well as their ability to summon many monsters in one turn. Basically the same thing as the other one. I really needed Gouki rematch to 1 because that way they would just think about either Rhoda or rematch to have in the deck. So this would mean that if you want to play 3 Suprex, you have to take out the rematch, or you will have to take have 2 Suprex and just 1 rematch. It will be interesting how are we going to play this. But yeah, we are gonna do science time about this. How am I gonna do that? I'm not sure, but we will do something about this. Yep, Gouki rematch. Do we have another card to 3? They did it! Yo! They did it! Let's go! The finishing move. Okay, this. I thought limiting to 1 would be too chaotic, but this actually works. So that would limit the high consistency of Suprex. This would mean that they will probably go with the other Goukis. There's other Goukis that can be normal summoned without tribute. So I don't know. I would like to see if they go 1 Suprex, 1 rematch, 1 finishing move. Take out everything else. Or 2 Suprex and just go for the rematch. Because finishing move, what it does is the OTK variant. So they could either A, go to the old one where right now expendable die is something. Or 2, they would go for the build that they will only rely on the rematch. 2 Suprex, 1 rematch, no finishing move. And if they go for the OTK play, I believe 1 of each. Tell me in the comments. But yeah, Gouki is out there. It's done. I'm not seeing any Mekk Knight. What's going on? Do we have another card? Alright, Mekk Knight Blue Sky to 3. Okay. I have something about Mekk Knight Blue Sky. Mekk Knight Blue Sky to 3, meaning that Mekk Knight, they use 2 of them in the deck. The third card could be IDP, Compulse, or it could be another limited 3 card. But right now, Compulse and IDP are the highest potential for the decks. If you're free to play, or well, we don't have Compulse yet in a main box. I haven't checked the main box, the new main box, because it's coming out in 2 days. But okay, this card will limit it to reduce the high consistency as well to its power to summon many monsters in 1 turn. Okay. The text just doesn't change. But yeah, Blue Sky is fine. Alright, next one. World Legacy Memory. Oh, this changes everything then. So I still think, okay, please hit Purple Nightfall. Please hit Purple Nightfall. Mekk Knight Blue Sky, they use two. They could use the third one, could be World Legacy's memory to reduce the consistency. So that will mean that no IDP anymore. No compulse, no Floodgate Trap Hole, or they don't even use that. They could easily change it for Warning Point, Book of Moon, you name it. There's other cards. Another thing that I want to check is, are they gonna limit Ibli? But Ibli to 3 sounds weird. Alright, is there anything else? That's it. So purple is still alive. Purple is alive, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no. Alright. Well, we'll have to work with this. Sadly, I don't have Mekk Knight completed, so I don't know how am I going to do science time with this. But we'll figure it out. Alright, so let's go. So no longer on list. I'm trying to make this video not too long. No longer on the list. They actually did it. Alistair the Invoker is now unlimited. Please tell me that we're not getting oh wow. This card will be unlimited to allow greater flexibility when building an Invoked deck. Okay, just unlimit Neos, Brave Neos. Just do that. and Neos Fusion, so we can go back to the Elementsaber Neos deck. I don't know. Okay, so Alistair is now playable. Normal summon Alistair. Pass. Get ready for the memes, chat. Alright, so Gandara, the Dragon of Destruction. So Gandara was limited to 1. So they couldn't use any limited ones like Monster Reborn and stuff. So having this card unlimited again, I don't know if Gandara will be back. We're not certain, but yeah, let me know. With this card, would you add Monster Reborn or would you add another card for this? Because usually Gandara uses a lot of machines, so we'll have to figure it out. Luster Pendulum to Draco Slayer. Is this the bundle card? This card will be unlimited to allow the greater flexibility building a deck that utilizes Pendulum Summon. Once per turn, if you have a card in your other Pendulum Zone, you can destroy that card, and if you do, add one card in your deck to your hand with the same name as that card. Whoa, this card will actually work on Metal Foes. Metal Foes and Cleafort will actually, the Clees can actually make this happen. I'm not an expert Metal Foes or Clee player, but I think that it shouldn't restrict them from being summoned. Also, let me know. Alright, Magical Contract Door will be unlimited as its power level is acceptable in the current metagame. Add one spell from your hand to your opponent's hand, then add one level 7 or 8 dark monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, let's talk about this. again with Gandora, this is just you can add Dark Magician, Gandora. I need to think about a third card. The question is, what spell do you give your opponent, and which deck will take a high advantage of this? Let's say for example, Dark Magician, you give Advanced Ritual Art or something, Dark Magical Circle to your opponent, and you get Dark Magician to your hand. I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of interesting decks in the current ladder. Crystron Citri. So, a limited to 2 is now available. I remember now. Enemy controller is limited to 1. Enemy controller probably is gonna be back to the metagame. In certain decks, to be honest, and also in the Gandora deck or Gandora, they could use enemy controller now. Okie dokie. Citri, well, it's about time. Crystron will be back, so kinda. They still have some cards limited, so we will have to wait and see what cards do we actually get from this. All right. Is there anything else? All right. Shiranui is officially back. It's still trap reliable, but Mayakashi and Shiranui, all the zombie deck, well, not all the zombie decks. Basically, Shiranui and Mayakashi are literally back now. I can't wait to play this. So expect a science time in the future. I still owe 2 science times about the poker nights, but this is more important. This is getting out of hand. Rocks Roast Dragon. We can play Black Rose Dragon again. To be fair, we're gonna get Raid Raptors this upcoming box. There's also I saw that there's a bundle as well. I'm not gonna talk about that. I just want to talk about the Forbidden Limited list. So yeah, is there anything else? Palace of the Elemental Lords is officially unlimited. There is no Cocytus. So Invoked Elementsaber is back as well. There's new cards now, so it's really hard to see what are they gonna give us now. Wow. Is that all? Well, Six Samurai, and that's the last card. Shien's Dojo is now unlimited. So Six Samurai is back, I guess. Once again, I'm not a Six Samurai player, so in conclusion to the ban list, I was expecting Mekk Knights to be currently destroyed didn't want them to keep on being played, but if Konami says that this is balanced with the blue sky and the memory and leaving the purple, well, we'll just have to wait and see in the upcoming tournaments. Also, I do tournaments at the end of every month, so be sure to subscribe because we also have a goal. If we reach 300 subscribers, I will do another tournament besides the end of the month one. So skill rebalancing will be the text changes will be on March 23rd, but the plan to be released with the skill rebalancing is between March 15th and March 19th. All right. So what are the changes? Golem Hole, Hero Alliance. We're strengthening some character exclusive skills to make them easier to use. And exceeds. Yes! Galaxy Eyes is now. Oh, the Reddit is gonna be like being happy and stuff. Alright, so this exceeds Galaxy. This skill is giving a harder activation condition to reduce the strength of Galaxy decks. Alright, so what are the skills? Updated skill, Hero Alliance. During this duel, you can normal summon Elemental Hero Neos without tributing. Also, once per duel, the following effect can be used the turn you have normal summoned Neos. Add 1 Super Polymerization from your deck or 1 Polymerization, Miracle Contact, or Miracle Fusion from outside your deck to your hand. Then send 2 of 6 different random Neo-Spatian monsters from outside your deck to the graveyard. And add an Elemental Hero Divine Neos to the extra deck from outside of your deck. This skill can only be used if you begin the duel with a deck of the following follows conditions below. Your deck contains at least 10 hero monsters and no hero monsters other than elemental hero monsters. Okay, so basically the condition now is... Oh, it's still the same. Your extra deck contains at least 5 fusion monsters and contains no fusion monsters other than elemental hero, Neos, or Neo-Spatian monsters. Elemental hero, Neos, or Neo-Spatian monsters. Well, it's basically the same thing. So the only difference is... Wait, what? Oh, okay, it's just the wording. Because before it says in addition, the following effect can be used once per duel on a turn you have successfully normal summoned. And it says here once per duel the following effect can be used once you summoned elemental hero Neos. Instead of sending 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, and oh, okay. So you add the card. You don't have to send anything to the graveyard anymore. Okay, makes sense. So they strengthen it so you don't have to discard anymore. All right, fair enough. So let's go to Golem Hole. Golem Hole is send 1 Earth Rock type monster that can be normal summon or set to the graveyard from your hand, and add 1 Fossil Fusion or a card with Fossil Fusion and its text to the hand from the deck. All right. What's the difference here? Oh, you can activate it right away. Because before you can be used on turn 2 and onward. So basically on your turn, if it's turn 1, you can just activate it. But the restriction is still the same. Alright. 7 monsters, no other monsters than rock type monsters. Extra deck does 5 fusions. And does not contain any monsters than fusions. Alright. Alright, it's understandable. But yeah, they rebuffed the skill. Because earlier it was just during your opponent's next turn you cannot special summon monsters from the graveyards. So it was really restrictive, and right now it's just the minute you have it, send one card and basically add the fossil fusion. Well, that's even better. Can't wait to check the fossil fusion as well. And the moment you've all been waiting for, let's check this out. All right. Xyz Galaxy. It's nerfed, by the way. Send one Galaxy monster from your hand and one from your deck to the graveyard. Then you can use one of the following effects once per turn. Each effect can be used once per duel. Once per duel. Add one Neo Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon from outside your deck to your extra deck. The other effect is if you Xyz summon Neo Galaxy Ice, they completely remove the Photon Lord. You can no longer turn 1 Photon Lord the game. If you Xyz summon Neo Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon this turn, you can also Xyz by using Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon you control as a material. One time only. So yeah, it's still the same. Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon on the field, you activate the effect and do it. So technically, if you don't have Neo Galaxy in your deck, you can just activate it. Now the condition to summon it, it requires three level 8s. And one of them has to be Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon to actually have the other effect. Can't wait until they actually get nerfed in like half the month. This skill can only begin the duel with the deck, excluding extra deck, that contains at least 10 Galaxy cards and no monsters other than Photon or Galaxy monsters. Yep, they completely removed the Photon Lord. So, goodbye, Photon Lord. This is the greatest day in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links history. Reddit, you won. You finally did it. But to be honest, it is a it sacks you really bad. So turn 1 it was Photon Lord, and now it has to be your turn 1 has to be something else unless they give us Photon Lord in the main box, which I don't think that will happen. And if it happens, well, joke's on me, I guess. So yeah, what do you think? Leave it in the comments below. What do you think about the ban list and that Galaxy Ice are now dead? It's a joke, YouTube. They're not physically dead. It's just a game, okay? Okay? All right. So yeah, tell me what you think. Please give it a like, share it with your friendos, and until next time, this is Potato, signing out. Bye-bye.